So Daniel Garcia came out there and he only danced just a little bit. It was serious tonight. And he actually cut a promo against MJF, went face to face, and we now know that All In Wembley Stadium, MJF versus Daniel Garcia is the match. There's a lot to talk about this. Kenny, I know you weren't too pleased about it. Tell me why.
Well, kiddo, are you sure that's the match? Are you absolutely positively sure? Because some interesting things happened in this segment. As we saw, Daniel Garcia came out and interrupted MJF, and he kind of, they gave each other quick handies. And then Will Ospreay came out and said, you know what? Next week, you could face me for the AEW championship and whatever this other belt I got across my shoulder is. And if you win, you take all the gold. So he came up there and kind of upstaged MJF. And then when Daniel Garcia said thank you or whatever, he was trying to speak to MJF about it. He said, no. This is a big opportunity for you. So focus on that. It sounded like he was saying, don't worry about what I just gave you. You focus on what he just gave you. And that could just be wishful thinking for me because, bro, MJF versus Daniel Garcia at the Wembley Stadium is what I don't want to see. What the hell are they thinking even trying to announce this? Are you trying to get people to sell their tickets on the open market, or do you want to have people buy tickets? Because this match for MJF, this is not it.
Not they, man. Not what they're thinking. What Tony is thinking, because for the longest time, Tony Khan had a huge boner when it comes to Daniel Garcia. He just loves that man. And I mean, he's cool. He needs to develop a little bit more. And what he showed in this promo, I thought it was a decent promo. But yeah, MJF at Wembley, and this is the match you give him. I agree. It's kind of crazy. And maybe there is still a long time, so it might change. Maybe MJF will do something. And yeah, like he will have to face Will Ospreay instead because of some developments. We'll see. But Brian, what's your take on this, man, so far?
All right, so Daniel Garcia, man, I thought that he put up a decent promo out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he sounded serious, he sounded confident on the mic. But Daniel Garcia and MJF is what we don't care about. I promise y'all that, man. We don't care about that, bro. We don't care about that. No disrespect to that man, bro. But if you brought this man back from injury, MJF, who's 100% cleared, I understand that he's healthy and all that, but you bring him back to put him in a match against Daniel Garcia at Wembley Stadium. Listen, brother. Yo, Big Home, I know you watching this video, man. You better cancel that flight to London, my brother, because you about to get Daniel Garcia and MJF main event, bro. But we going to see where this goes. I think this is slowly developing into a Will Ospreay and MJF feud, like you said, Kira. They're just kind of going around until they get to it. And I think that MJF and Will Ospreay will be the match that we get at Wembley. It's definitely not freaking Daniel Garcia, dog.
I mean, it's crazy to put Daniel Garcia in this spot, though. Because look, like, you be like, well, we're going to use you as like the Swerve. We're going to say you got a match, but we really not going to put you on the show.
Like, he's basically AEW's Jinder Mahal.
Yes, exactly.
Right, yeah, that's a good comparison.
Like, let's just swerve him real quick and then have Ospreay come out.
Yeah, but I'm putting Jinder Mahal over Daniel Garcia. But that's me personally. But I do think it is going to be MJF versus Will Ospreay, just the way the story was told here. Because if you notice, Will Ospreay said, after I beat Swerve on Sunday, I'm coming back to you on Monday and I'll give you these title shots. But even last week, they did the thing where they kind of like put Will Ospreay and MJF together. When they did the face-off. So it looks like that's what they're building to. And I think what happened at the end of the night, which we'll definitely get into, kind of set Swerve up to take that assist at Forbidden Door. So MJF might come out, interfere in that match, and cost Will Ospreay his title shot. And that's how we get full on to the races and see them start building this match.
Yeah, I like that. You cooking.
Yeah, before Garcia gets out of this storyline, gets ejected out of it, he's definitely going to do just beating somebody, because pretty sure I remember he beat like Bryan Danielson clean in the middle of the ring while he was like a face. Might have even made him tap out. So, like I said, Tony really likes this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get to what happened at the end of this show, though. Kenny, let us know, man.
That's a separate video, right?
That's a separate video. I thought you were gonna mention it later.
How long we in? We got 4 minutes, dog.
We got 4 minutes. Well, let's talk about it. So at the end of the night, we had Swerve Strickland come out. He had his match with Will Ospreay. And we know these two are friends right now, right? So they are friends in real life. But at the end of the match, Swerve Strickland seemed to have some type of a heel turn. Kittle. Is that actually what happened, or am I reading into these things with wrestling goggles too much?
I don't see it as a heel turn. I think whatever their stances were is still the same after the match. Now, crowd did react negatively, but what basically happened is they were facing off. Swerve went to leave, and Will Ospreay took his title. He was smiling, and he got his ass whooped, as he deserved, because you disrespect the champion, and that's what you get. So I don't think it's a heel turn per se, but it could be a sign of a heel turn incoming, where in this feud we're gonna see Swerve as the aggressor, the more brutal one, the one that doesn't care, and that will naturally organically turn him heel. But I don't think this one move is a definite proof that he's heel right now.
Yeah. Like, look at his face in this picture right here. I think it's heel. It's giving heel face. Like, you know, the face Montez Ford tries to put on, but it just doesn't work. It's like, bro, you are faking it. I believe Swerve when he has the mean face on, because he looks like, I just did this. Like, yes, and I'm picking up my championship. It's mine. So I don't know. He's always been kind of a tweener. He's never really been a baby face.
You're right.
I think there was one time when he first won, when they were kind of pushing him to that baby face side, and then he started doing like the dastardly deeds again. So I think this is him just kind of still keeping that edge to his character, and I like it for him. Brian, you think this is a full-blown heel turn? Is Swerve going to start getting nasty? Or what do you think's going on?
Nah, not at all. At first, when I first looked at it, I'm like, oh, shoot. But that's because I missed the part where Will Ospreay was holding his title as well. And I think that it does make him more dominant as a champion, because he literally said last week, he said, hey, bro, next time you grab my title like that, I would have put you in a grave. So
he grabbed it tonight? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he grabbed it tonight. Yeah.
There you go.
So I think it was a great callback. And I think
that
it made him look even more dominant, because he stood his word no matter what. They brothers, whatever. Because I remember he said in that promo, if you weren't my brother right now, I'd put you in a grave right now.
Yeah.
And he said, next time you do that, watch what's going to happen. And we saw exactly what was going to happen. I thought it looked great. Hell of a segment. Makes Swerve look great as a champion. And I hope he stays champion. We gotta see what happens with that.
With that being said, Brian, who wins on Sunday? Swerve or Will Ospreay?
You were saying it looked
either way. Ospreay's
too strong. Yeah, but Swerve looks too strong now.
He looks too strong.
Well, Kiddo, let's start with you. Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, man. I don't think AEW is going to go and take the risk, but if I had to make a prediction, I think Ospreay is going to lose his title to Daniel Garcia by job. And then he's going to be the world champion somehow. Okay, he's going to beat him, beat Swerve. And then MJF versus Ospreay could be for the main event. But then again, that match by itself does not need the title at all. So, man, it's tough to say. But okay, I'll make my final decision. Ospreay's gonna lose, man. Ospreay's gonna lose because again, they just need they don't need the title.
Right.
I think Swerve is gonna lose, I think Swerve is gonna win. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I going with the big call.
I think Swerve is gonna win, but obviously you got to pick one. But it would not surprise me one bit. Like, I even saw your tweet, Kenny, earlier today, like talking about Will Ospreay's pop. That brother came out, that pop was loud.
Got the juice.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it wouldn't surprise me at all, bro. Will Ospreay is next up in terms of babyface, but I think you got to give him a little bit more, just adversity, and just give him more of a journey to that title. So he got to lose.
Let him get a little bit more seasoning on him, and I think he'll be fine. But I do agree. I think Swerve Strickland is definitely winning on Sunday. Kittle, I think you might be onto something. Maybe Will Ospreay loses his other championship. Maybe that's where MJF disappears. He loses that on Monday. Now he's like on a downward slope, and now he's mad at MJF or whatever. He wants to take him out. So, I mean, that's a good way to get Daniel Garcia involved and not completely bury him in this process. So, hey, I say let's do it. Bring back Hangman Page. Brian, I know you said you don't want to see it, but I want Hangman versus Swerve at Wembley Stadium.
But the problem is, how are you going to bring him back if Swerve is not losing the title? Maybe later. I think it's going to definitely happen later, but in the close future, I don't know.
Hangman was still a heel, right? I know the Young Bucks kicked him out of the Elite or whatever, but they did say they got a wild card coming back.
Right.
Hangman Page could be that wild card, and he could win the Owen Hart Cup and go on to get that championship.
That's going to be Shane McMahon, man. You don't even know.
Oh, it's going to be Shane? You think so?
No, hell no. Hell no.